Hello, I'm just leaving my office right now for a client to see what they have left of their home in these fires. And I thought I better make a video today to show you what you need to do, what steps to take when you found out your house burned down, or if you're just in the neighborhood and you've had to evacuate. We live here in Spokane, so you'll get our 509 number at the end. It's 509-495-1246. You can call Albrecht Law and talk to anybody there about the fire and your insurance claims. Before I get out there, let me just talk to you about the basics. There's a bunch of people on the internet right now giving really bad advice, and it's probably well-meaning. There's also a lot of lawyers who don't really understand insurance claims. Just because you do bankruptcy or family law doesn't mean that you are an expert at insurance claims. So you should know who you're talking to, and you should know that you shouldn't just trust me just because I'm a guy on a video talking to you. I write a book that is published by Thomson Reuters. Here's a copy of it. I grabbed it so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the book that's in almost every courtroom in the state. They charge over $800 a copy for it. It's Insurance Litigation Handbook. I've written that for many years, together with my colleague David, who also works at the law firm here, Albrecht Law in Spokane. So when you hear advice from somebody on the internet, you got to ask yourself, did they just Google it? Did they just look it up on AI? Do they know what they're talking about? Have they gotten bad faith verdicts? Have they written the books about what insurance claims are and how they should work properly? Make sure you're getting your information from a good source. Humbly, I think that I'm a good source on this topic. So I'm going to go and inspect one of my clients' homes that has burnt down recently and talk with them about what needs to happen on their insurance claim next. And then I'll follow up with you in a few minutes after I am done there, and I'll answer some of the questions. And I'm going to share some of the answers to what we're hearing as the most common questions. So you don't have to guess about it, and you don't have to see whether or not AI might lead you correctly or might be leading you the wrong direction. And really sad in the neighborhood. I've had a lot of friends up here and spent a lot of time around Rifle Club Road and 7 Mile, and it's hard to believe if you see it in person. I'm just going to pass along a few of the most important tips, but also I want to tell you we're doing something that we don't usually do, but it's for free. We're going to set aside several attorneys and several paralegals are going to be available at our office to have consults. If enough people call, then we'll do it in a sort of a seminar way where everyone gets to hear the answers from anyone who asks questions. But I'll go over a few of the questions people are asking first things first. And the main thing that I think people get wrong here is listening to bad advice is one, but also trying to work too hard to figure out what's covered or not covered. Your insurance payment includes not just coverage in terms of dollars, but your insurance payments also include something called benefits. One of those benefits is that the insurance company is required, they're obligated to tell you what your coverages are, including what you don't know it covers. It's not a game of hunt and seek or hide and seek or pin the tail on the donkey where you have to guess at what coverage there is. Your insurance agent or your insurance adjuster, it's their job to tell you what the coverages are. So the best way for you to see it is to think, I'm going to make a claim, and my claim is, here's all the things that went wrong. Here's everything I'm out. Here's what I would have been able to do. Here's what I've had to spend money on that I didn't have to spend money. Now, insurance company, which of that is covered, okay? And then trust but verify. Ask for a copy of your policy and your declarations page. They're separate things. If you don't have your policy, you need to ask for a copy of it at the same time. And then ask them to give you an answer in writing that says what's covered, which of these things are you going to get how much money for, and now take a look through the policy on your own and see, does this look like it makes sense? Does this seem fair? So, but step one, don't try to figure out everything on your own. You can just explain your claim, meaning here's everything I'm out. Like if you went to the doctor, you don't have to diagnose yourself. The reason you go to the doctor is that you give them your symptoms and then you ask them for their advice, their professional knowledge about what that might be. In the same way, when you make an insurance claim, you are not going to try to necessarily go forward and think you know each coverage that might apply. You probably won't. Most attorneys won't, not until they read your policy in depth. And you don't want them doing that because it'll cost you a lot of money. So first things first, you already paid a lot of money. So get your money's worth out of your insurance company. You paid them to have professionals on standby whose job it is to tell you what coverages you have. So take advantage of that. Ask them and put in your claim for everything you can think of. And by that, I mean, even if you're on the edge of the fire and you had to evacuate your home, well, then your home was uninhabitable. Your home might have suffered other kind of damage. It might have smoke damage. Smoke damage would be covered under most policies. If you have pets and animals that needed to be cared for because you had to leave your home, then you should be asking, what are the additional living expenses? Can I get coverage for that? But that's what I mean when I say just include all the symptoms. Don't worry too much about, well, maybe I'm not covered for that. Let the insurance company tell you you're not covered, and then ask them for a copy of the policy and see if that makes sense to you or not. Okay? Only if a claim is denied, then it makes sense to talk with an attorney and go through things. I mean, we'll review things with you anyway and talk over the details of what to include in your claim or not. So that's what we're making as an offer. It'll be no charge. It's what's called a limited representation. You'll sign an agreement that says, okay, the only thing you're talking to me about is how to submit my claim, but we'll make ourselves available for that. And this part of is my warning to the insurance companies. If you make us charge these folks in Spokane a fee, then we're going to make sure that you pay a fee. Okay? I'm warning any insurance companies that think that you're going to save a little money here, that Spokane's the wrong place to save money. Pay the claims. I don't want to see denied claims. I don't need more clients. Okay? We're doing this as a favor because we live here. This is our neighborhood. These are our friends and family. I've got a list of 29 clients to contact right now to make sure that the people we already represent are well taken care of in this case. I don't need more. I don't want more, because every time a client comes to me for insurance bad faith, it means that they got ripped off and taken advantage of by the people they trusted to take care of them in the time of need. So my hope is, insurance company, whoever's listening, pay the bills you owe. Help people right now. Don't deny claims. If you don't deny their claims, then they won't need to hire us and they won't need to pay a fee. So that's why we're going to offer this for free, is to hope that you can get your claims taken care of right away. And if it ends up that you get denied for any ridiculous reason, I'm seeing a lot of rumors going around. People say, oh, it'll be denied because it's an arsonist or et cetera, et cetera. If anyone out there listening has your homeowner's claim denied because of that reason, you should contact us at Albrecht Law. I'll be glad to talk with you. Insurance companies, don't be silly. Take care of the people who took care of you. They paid the bills. They're the reason that you have jobs. So now they need you. Now's the time. Take care of them. Anybody who has questions, contact our office at 509-495-1246. I don't call our number very often, but call there, and we've got people who are waiting, legal assistants, paralegals, attorneys, and they're going to set things aside this week to make sure we have some time to answer questions from people in Spokane about what they should do with an insurance claim. I also have an insurance agent available if you just want a second opinion. I got confirmation in advance from a local insurance agent. If you just want a coverage review for yourself right now and you're not sure whether or not you would have the kind of coverage you think you would need now that you're seeing this, we can give you a referral to somebody who I trust, who would look through your policy and tell you what you do and what you don't have. And if you want to know what it would take to get the right kind of coverage, he can give you that advice too. So this is Matt Albrecht again from Albrecht Law. We're not going to charge you $800 for a copy of my book. It wouldn't make any sense anyway, because that book is for people with law degrees and people who sit on benches to read. Instead, I'm also going to put together a free, like an ebook handout that you'll be able to get on how to handle your fire claim or your home loss claim. I'm working on that right now, so you'll be able to contact our office and just ask for a copy of it. We'll put you on a list so that you get one as soon as it's done. Ask for Heather at the front. She's keeping track of everybody. And stay safe. I'm glad that nobody's been hurt. I'm up here right now looking around, and the police have things well in hand. They have a good, secure perimeter around any of the dangerous areas. And thank goodness it didn't get any further into the heart of the city. So Spokane, you're our home. And we want to make sure our neighbors get taken care of. Call us. Let us know how we can help. Hopefully, insurance companies that are listening, pay your bills. The bills come due. You took the money in the good times. You bought the sports stadiums. You put your name everywhere. That's why you have jobs. Now pay the bill, because it's come due, and there's going to be people who really need you. Thank you.